How many leaves are there? It started, as most of my greatest adventures do, with a single leaf. There I was, sitting proudly in the middle of the garden, fur shining in the morning sun, tail twitching with purpose, when a little green leaf fluttered down right in front of me. It danced in the air, spinning like it had something to prove. And I pounced. The leaf escaped. I pounced again. It escaped again. And that's when it hit me. There were more of them. Everywhere. All over the grass. A whole army of tiny, whispery, fluttery leaves. I thought, how many of them are there? It felt like an important question. One worthy of a great feline mind such as mine. So I decided to count. 1. That one was easy. It was right by my paw. It didn't move much. Good leaf. 2. That one tried to run, but I was quicker. I sat on it at victory. 3. That one was trickier. It blew away before I could touch it, so I had to chase it halfway across the garden. Caught it just in time for it to crumble. Does that still count? I decided it did. 4. 4 was behind me. I didn't see it, but my tail did. My tail is very helpful, though sometimes it acts like it has its own agenda. It swished, leaf moved, teamwork. 5. 5, the rebellious one. It didn't stay still for even a second. I chased it, I leaped, I rolled, I tumbled, and then I realized there were more flying everywhere. Dozens, hundreds. A leaf storm. I froze mid-pounce, my paws in the air, staring in awe. There were too many. Too many to count, too many to chase. The wind had joined the game, tossing them around like laughter. I sat down and sighed. This is impossible, I told a particularly smug-looking leaf that had landed on my nose. It didn't respond. Typical. That's when a butterfly appeared. Elegant, glowing, completely unaware of how rude it was to interrupt someone's scientific research. Hey, I called. I'm counting. It didn't care. It just hovered lazily above the grass, taunting me with its wings. So I did the only logical thing. I forgot about the leaves. Now I was chasing the butterfly. I darted, twisted, leapt higher than I ever thought possible. For a moment, I almost reached it, and then I landed in a pile of dry leaves with a whumph that sounded suspiciously like laughter. The butterfly flew away, probably to brag about its narrow escape. I poked my head out of the pile, covered in leaves, and decided that counting was overrated. Still, as I sat there, surrounded by all those fluttering green and yellow shapes, I couldn't help but wonder, how many leaves are there, really? Thousands? Millions? Maybe every leaf was part of one giant game, a secret that only the wind understood. Maybe the wind was the real player, and I was just one of the pieces, the little black and white piece that meowed a lot. I batted at a leaf gently. It spun once, twice, and landed right back at my paw. Fine, I said. You win. Just then, a gust of wind swept through the garden, scattering the leaves into a golden flurry. They danced all around me like they were celebrating something. Maybe my surrender. Maybe just the morning. It was so beautiful I forgot to breathe for a second. I didn't need to count them anymore. I just watched. Some twirled upward into the sunlight. Others brushed past my whiskers, tickling me. And I thought, maybe not knowing how many was better. Maybe some things are supposed to stay mysterious, like why humans talk to plants or why tails sometimes chase back. I stretched, yawned, and rolled onto my back. 5 leaves landed on my belly. Okay, I said, eyes half closed. That makes 10. A little while later, I woke up under a blanket of leaves. The sun had moved, the air had turned warm and sleepy. The leaves didn't look like a mystery anymore. They looked like friends. Each one different, each one special, each one impossible to keep track of. I purred softly and let the wind tuck me in again. Maybe I didn't count the leaves today, but I counted something better. How many times I got to chase them. When I sleep, I still play. There's one thing you should know about me. I'm very busy. Every day is packed. I have to chase things, jump on things, bite things that definitely don't need biting, and then run from things I maybe shouldn't have bitten. So when I finally flop down for a nap, it's not because I'm lazy. It's because I'm a professional. The sun was painting stripes across the floor through the blinds. I stretched, made my best, I'm exhausted from being adorable face, and curled into a soft, warm circle. The world got fuzzy. My whiskers twitched once. My tail gave one last little flick. And then I drifted off. That's when the fun really started. At first, I thought I was awake again. Everything looked the same. The same rug, the same window, the same faint smell of chicken from the kitchen, still delicious, by the way. But something was sparkly. The air shimmered, and a small red dot zipped across the floor. Oh, I know this game, I thought. The dot, my oldest enemy. I crouched low, every muscle ready. My dream body felt lighter, springier. I pounced, and missed by a whisker. The dot darted up the wall, circled the lamp, and disappeared into thin air. Coward, I meowed. My voice echoed in the dream like a tiny thunderclap. Then came the butterflies. Big, glowing, slow-moving ones that floated around me like living stars. I batted one gently. It popped like a bubble, leaving a faint sparkle on my paw. Another one landed on my nose. I crossed my eyes trying to look at it, sneezed, and accidentally launched myself into a pile of dream pillows that smelled like tuna. Best pillows ever. I started exploring. Every step left tiny paw prints of light behind me. I felt powerful, like the king of my own sleepy little world. That's when I saw it, a mountain made entirely of my favorite toys. Feather sticks, jingling balls, crinkly paper, and oh yes, the great yarn monster. It rolled down toward me, a rainbow tornado of tangled thread. I tried to dodge it. I didn't. The yarn swallowed me up. I fought bravely, tangled my legs, rolled 3 times, and emerged victorious, wearing a hat made of blue string and pride. Ha! I declared. I win again! But then the floor rippled like water. A shadow loomed. From the mist rolled a giant vacuum cleaner. Not the usual one. This one had eyes. Evil, glowing red eyes. It roared like a thunderstorm. Oh no, I whispered. Not you. It zoomed closer, its hose snaking toward me. I froze, then turned and bolted. My paws made no sound on the dream floor. I ran up the sofa, across a floating cushion, and leaped onto a chandelier made of squeaky mice. The vacuum followed, growling, spinning, sniffing. Then I saw my escape, a robot vacuum, one of those little round ones. But instead of chasing me, this one winked. Hop on, it beeped. I didn't hesitate. I jumped onto its shiny back, tail flying, fur glowing in dreamlight. Together we zoomed away, the evil vacuum fading into the mist. Wind rushed through my whiskers. The robot vacuum soared higher, through the ceiling, into the stars. Now we were flying, over rooftops, over glowing clouds. Everywhere I looked, dream birds and glittery fish floated through the air. I stretched my paw toward them, feeling like I could touch the moon. And then, softly, I heard something. A faint hum. It grew louder, rhythmic, steady, like purring. Wait, that was me. The world around me began to fade, the stars melting into the sunlight. The hum became the sound of the real robot vacuum downstairs. I blinked. The blanket was warm again. The window light had shifted. I was back in my cozy spot, tail curled tight, paws twitching. I yawned so wide my tongue nearly escaped. Did I just dream that? On the other side of the room, the real robot vacuum hummed past, bumping gently into the chair leg. I gave it a look. You have no idea what you did last night, I whispered. It beeped once, as if it did. I smirked, stretched, and decided to nap again. After all, who knows what adventures wait behind my closed eyes? Because when I sleep, I still play.